Oh, yeah. Sorry, Jim, we were muted.
Jim Burdick,
Yes, here.
all right.
We had you muted out. And he just texted me and said he couldn't hear. He couldn't hear. Finance. Next item, pledge allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please approve meeting notice.
Meeting notice was posted on Friday, February 2nd at the post office, the library, the city hall, and the website.
Thank you. Council acceptance of agenda.
Motion to accept.
Second. Motion accepted. Motion and a second to accept the agenda. Any discussion? Hearing none, roll call.
Andy Davis,
Yes.
Langen,
Yes.
Preble,
Yes.
Shaw,
Yes.
Paul Davis,
Yes.
Burdick,
Yes,
Motion passes. Personal appearances for non-agenda items. Anyone in the audience that wishes to speak on anything that's not on the agenda? Okay, we'll move on to the minutes from January 15th.
I'll move we accept those minutes.
who seconded that? Paul, okay.
Motion and a second to accept the minutes from January 15th. Any discussion or corrections? Hearing none, roll call.
Langen,
Yes.
Paul Davis,
Yes.
Burdick,
yes,
Shaw,
Yes.
Candy Davis,
Yes.
Preble,
Yes.
Motion passes. Committee reports, finance.
Finance met today at 6:30. I will make a motion to approve bills and payrolls in the amount of $241,564.71.
I'll second.
Motion and a second to pay the bills. Any questions on those bills? Hearing none, roll call.
Shaw,
Yes.
Preble,
Yes.
Langen, Candy Davis,
Yes.
Paul Davis,
Yes.
Burdick,
yes,
Motion passes.
Make a motion to approve City of Edgerton Resolution 03-24, resolution approving budget transfers and amendments for the year ending December 31st, 2023.
I'll second.
Motion and a second to approve City of Edgerton Resolution 03-24. Any discussion? Hearing none, roll call.
Shaw,
Yes.
Preble,
Yes.
Langen,
Yes.
Candy Davis,
Yes.
Paul Davis,
Yes.
Burdick,
yes,
Motion passes.
Make a motion to approve City of Edgerton Resolution 04-24, resolution authorizing the 2023 property tax equivalent charge to the water utility.
I'll second.
Motion and a second to approve City of Edgerton Resolution 020-04-24. Any discussion? Hearing none,
Shaw, Preble,
Yes.
Langen,
Yes.
Candy Davis,
Yes.
Paul Davis,
Yes.
Burdick,
yes,
Motion passes.
Make a motion to approve City of Edgerton Resolution 05-24, resolution approving the assigned fund balance for the year ending December 31st, 2023.
Second.
Motion and a second to approve City of Edgerton Resolution 05-24. Any discussion? Hearing none, roll call.
Shaw,
Yes.
Candy Davis,
Yes.
Langen,
Yes.
Preble,
Yes.
Paul Davis,
Yes.
Burdick,
yes,
Motion passes.
I'll make a motion to approve the amendment to building permit fee schedule. And just bringing your attention to the commercial and industrial lateral fee, which will be a $80 fixed fee.
I'll second.
Motion second to amend the building permit fee schedule. Any discussion? None, roll call.
Shaw,
Yes.
Candy Davis,
Yes.
Langen,
Yes.
Preble,
Yes.
Paul Davis,
Yes.
Burdick,
yes,
Motion passes.
Make a motion to declare the 1999 Morbark Model 13 Tornado chipper surplus and set the minimum bid to $15,000.
Second.
Motion second to declare the chipper surplus. Any discussion? None, roll call.
Shaw,
Yes.
Candy Davis,
Yes.
Langen,
Yes.
Preble,
Yes.
Paul Davis,
Yes.
Burdick,
yes,
Motion passes.
Make a motion to approve the purchase of a Bandit Intimidator 18 XP from Bobcat of Janesville in the amount of $68,360 as a new chipper for UPW.
I'll second.
Motion second to purchase a chipper. Any discussion? None, roll.
Shaw,
Yes.
Davis,
Yes.
Langen,
Yes.
Kribel,
Yes.
Paul Davis,
Yes.
Burdick,
yes,
Motion passes.
Make a motion to approve the MOU with Rock County for aerial photography in the amount of $2,240.
Second.
Motion second. Discussion? Hearing none, roll call.
Shaw,
Yes.
Candy Davis,
Yes.
Langen,
Yes.
Kribel,
Yes.
Paul Davis,
Yes.
Burdick,
yes,
Motion passes.
And then I'll make a motion to approve looking into an impact fee for the fire EMS services.
I'll second.
Motion and a second to look into impact fees. Any discussion? Casey?
What years do we forecast that the improvements would be to a building in Newville and the Edgerton building?
Chief?
So the project would be, one of them would potentially start in 2025. So the actual debt service depends on whether or not the board wants to prepay for some things because of potential savings. We could get the prepay, which would cause debt service then in 2026, or wait till the building's done, which would probably put debt service into 2027-ish. Right? Still to be determined.
For the Newville building, or for,
That would be the second one in the master plan, the first one that would affect Edgerton as a member of the district, yes.
is what we owe, whatever, have to pay for the Newville building a portion of our activity, of our use as the Western District?
So I'm gonna explain it based on what I think the level that we might be able to understand. Chief, you correct me if to it. It's based on we pay the fire department based on equalized value. And the Newville station, if you think about 10 municipalities, the 5 existing, which is Edgerton West, and the 5 new, which is Edgerton East,
Milton.
Lakeside. I'm sorry, Milton, the Milton group, and the Edgerton group. Newville station is 50%, 50%. But part of our 50% would be the percentage of our equalized value, what we pay.
I'm trying.
I don't know if it's 30-some percent, so it'd be 37%, 30 whatever percent of the 50%.
Okay, and
I
then,
think that's the best way
okay,
to explain.
I'm following, thank you. And we talked, in finance, it was discussed that when you're looking at the building in Edgerton, there'll be this clear marker of this is renovation and this is growth. Is Newville, this is kind of a dumb question, everything in Newville
Everything is
is
new.
growth related, right?
There's nothing but vacant land.
So
Right
all of our, anything we would collect by doing this could go towards the bill we pay for the Newville building.
Right.
Then I asked, when we know what we're approving as far as developments, what developments could we hope to capture these impact fees from whether it's 25 or 27, I mean, we know what's coming down the pike. Or do we? I mean, how many houses really are we gonna collect on? Is it gonna be the second half of, the Cherry Street Hubert thing, if that ever gets approved? Is it Orchard, if that happens? Is it completing
Anything
a
new.
road?
Anything new?
All of, anything that happens would be assigned a rate and it would pay a fee. So we don't know if any of those will happen.
Right.
All of those could happen. We don't know.
Correct.
And do Albion or Fulton collect park fees?
Not that I know
Sorry,
Albion or
No.
Fulton
I don't
collect
think so.
park fee? I don't think so.
Parks fees, no. Edgerton, to the best of our knowledge, is the only one of our 11 municipalities, including our contracted ones, that have any kind of impact fee today. So you're unique because you'd be amending what you have in place. Everybody else, this would be brand new.
Every new house here, we're adding that fee on that our neighbors don't have, just consider that.
Correct, but the neighbors, the existing, have been paying for, you know, the buildings, the services, everything, so this is, I mean,
of. This is to help our citizens. This doesn't really have anything to do with the fire district.
no.
This
it
is our ability to fund what is going to be a capital expenditure
To us.
for our citizens. So to think of it as a fire district thing is the wrong way to think about it.
Agreed.
This is a decision of this body, has nothing to do with whether anybody else does or what the fire district does. When they send us a bill, if it's eligible,
It
we will
just
have some funds
helps
if
us.
you decide to do this.
Right.
So your point about if we adopted a big fee and no one else did, then that is your question of one of the things that was mentioned is the competitiveness of the community, if that's a concern.
This is probably a legal question down the road, but city of Edgerton impact fees, station in Newville.
Can we spend the money there?
Since it is,
I don't think so. I've looked into it and I haven't found guidance on that, but I've continued to look because it's an obvious question that needs an answer, but my gut says no. In other words, I don't think we could have an intergovernmental agreement that allows us to raise an impact fee to spend money in Fulton. No,
it would be our part,
No, it's.
our obligation.
Our
I know it's-
I understand the question.
Yeah, I know you do, I'm sorry.
But I don't, but the use of impact fees is to benefit citizens here, so there has to be a time, we have to be able to show that that spending the money there benefits citizens here, and that's not traditionally how it's done, it's spending the money here, and so I have to check that box, and I haven't satisfied myself as to that point yet.
Yeah, because, you know, it being a district, does that matter?
Right.
It's a good question.
It's an excellent question.
Okay, it's an excellent question.
And Bill, part of what we can help you with, there is a portion of that particular facility that would be the first response territory to part of the city of Edgerton.
And that might be the hook that brings it in, but again, it's something I'd have to look into.
Totally understand.
And it would be districts too then. I mean, our impact fee is really community wide because we're a small enough place, but in large places, impact fees are can be specific to an area in a community. So that would be an interesting, analysis to know that if the argument is, it's the firehouse that serves this part of the city, then does the impact fee only apply to that part of the city?
Yeah, and likely so. I mean, that you often have impact fees that are for a sewer district or a sewer area expansion of a line here. It benefits this particular neighborhood, so that neighborhood is the one that carries the additional costs. That's very normal, so yes.
So anyways, getting to Tim's, you did make the motion, you sure, is this the discussion? Getting back to Tim's motion, this, just to clarify it, is not saying we're making a motion to charge the fees.
Right.
We're making the motion to.
Look into it,
Look
which is
into-
appropriate.
Right. Right,
Yeah, 'cause we can only use ours that we charge the city of Edgerton developers, builders. For the renovation, that makes a big difference on how much is eligible for the renovation with impact.
plus, depending on how many other municipalities may or may not want to do this, we might have a bigger piece of the pie that we would expense to have the firm do the study. So those are two things I think, with what Bill's gonna need to get together and what, knowing what's any of the other municipalities, how many may want to do this, then we'll know a little bit more information.
And that legal opinion about the things we asked are opinions that all municipalities need to know the issues.
Sure,
So not everyone should pay their attorney to do this, we might advise.
right.
Excuse me.
We do have a motion in a second here, don't
We
we?
do.
Any other discussion? Hearing none, roll call.
Shaw,
Yes.
Andy Davis,
Yes.
Langen,
Yes.
Kribel,
Yes.
Paul Davis,
Yes.
Burdick,
yes,
Motion passes.
That's all from finance.
Thank you. How about library board?
The library board, Beth is covering for a vacation tonight, so she's working over in the library. Library board met, we paid bills, helped with that.
Thank you. Fire district.
We have a board meeting coming up on Thursday evening. Chief, anything from you?
I'll hand out the.
We have about probably 2 minutes, maybe 3 times. Oh, well, Chief handing that out also, all of you should have the slides of the presentation that Wendell Five Bugles presented last Monday night. At the school, if you have any questions about that information, let me know. Be happy to answer what I can.
I'll just leave it at, if you see anything in here, give me a call tomorrow and I'll certainly answer it for you. The one that, a couple of things that do stand out, if you look down at Edgerton, response times, we are now over that 5-minute. And I think I talked a couple of months ago, as we see the double calls and the triple calls happening, we're bringing units in from other stations. And that just, speaking of, that's now 2 calls since I've been here. So again, you kind of see the impact those are having. A lot of stuff going on staffing wise, a lot of really good things. We did get one more paramedic, Haley Ramstack, passed her National Registry paramedic. She's in new paramedic orientation and we're really proud of that. Super young lady. Finances, we're working to get everything loaded into our civic system as well. We use the same software. So we don't have the January actuals for you yet. Talk about debt service, activities. The cadet program, I know I've mentioned that, that's the program we do with the high schools. We have expanded it now so that it's both Edgerton High School and Milton High School. So there are 3 students out of Edgerton High School, 2 students out of Milton High School, and then 1 actually that's out of Janesville, that's in the program. So that program is off and running. So we're really excited about that because that has helped us. Again, it's part of this whole grow our own philosophy of we can't find them walking down the streets, right? So we'll grow them ourselves. We did formally, the board did approve at the special meeting, going ahead and filing for USDA potential funding for the stations projects. It's a fun process because you actually have to ask them if you can apply first and they tell you whether or not you can apply or you can't. So we're at that stage. We have formally asked them to confirm that we can go ahead and apply. We've also brought on, and I appreciate Ramona, I know Candy talked to Ramona about it. We're going to use Cedar Corp, which is the entity that the city of Edgerton has used in your USDA applications. They do have a good track record. And so we brought Cedar Corp on board to help us with, if we get approved to be able to file, help us with the application. So we're kind of excited about that one. what is going on up here is getting a ton of attention around the state. Janesville's not all that far away, but I just spent an hour today with the Janesville Rotary, talking about everything we've got going on and the whys behind it, right? In terms of the crisis in EMS across the United States and what we're doing to try to get ahead of the game instead of playing catch up. So we've had requests to come up and talk with municipalities in the Fox Valley, the most recent one. So a lot of attention being paid to what we're doing down here, and that's a good thing because we are ahead of the game. Ambulances still hit garage doors. Got a little tongue in cheek. That one was kind of entertaining because it wasn't, basically the remote control got stuck, right? So the door went up, ambulance went out, but the button was still stuck, brought the door back down on top of the ambulance. Kind of those entertaining things that happen. Any questions? Appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you. Nothing else from you, Candy? You good?
Oh, I am sorry, nothing else.
Thank you.
Fire.
RDA.
RDA did meet since we met, but the entire meeting was in closed session, so.
Other one Thursday, closed session. Okay, thank you. Utility Commission.
Utilities held a special meeting on Wednesday, January 31st at 5 p.m. to approve the appointment, an operator's appointment of Bradley Oswald. Out of the three applicants, he was unanimously selected. That was approved, and that was everything at the special utilities meeting.
All right, thank you. Mayor, all the person and staff reports, I have nothing. Hasn't been done.
Happy birthday, San Martino. Keep saying it's a good thing. Celebrating birthday is better than the other.
Okay, before we go into closed session here, we're gonna call the plan commission in to join this meeting, so. Chairs up here. Sit at the table here. It's already in session, so I will call the planning commission to order. Roll call.
Lund,
Yes.
Burdick,
yes,
Paul Davis,
Yes.
Springstead,
Yes.
Capellan,
Yes.
Hegeman,
Yes.
Webb.
Yes.
Confirmation of appropriate meeting notice.
The meeting notice was posted on Friday, February 2nd at the library, the post office, city hall, and the website.
Thank you. Next item is closed session. I will make a motion to go into closed session pursuant to Wisconsin statute 19.851G, conferring with legal counsel for the governmental body who is rendering oral or written advice concerning strategy to be adopted by the body with respect to litigation in which it is or is likely to become involved, discuss, and consider Highway 51 access.
I'll second.
Motion the second to go into closed session. Any discussion? This is just the planning commission. Roll call from the planning commission.
Lund,
Yes.
Capellan,
Yes.
Hegeman,
Yes.
Webb,
Yeah.
Springstead,
Yes.
Paul Davis,
Yes.
Burdick.
yes.
Planning is in closed, and now we need a closed session for the council here, the number 9 on our.
What parts of number 9?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. I'll move the council go into closed session pursuant to Wisconsin statute 1985(1)G, conferring with legal counsel for the government body who is rendering oral or written advice concerning strategy to be adopted by the body with respect to litigation in which it is likely to discuss, consider Highway 51 access, and move into closed session pursuant to Wisconsin statute 5, me deliberating or negotiating public properties, investing in public funds, and other specified public business whenever bargaining reasons require a closed session to discuss and consider a land sale.
I'll second.
Second, go into closed session, any discussion from council? Hearing none,
Langen,
Yes.
Candy Davis,
Yes.
Shaw,
Yes.
Paul Davis,
Yeah.
Burdick,
yes.
Hebel,
Yes.
we are in closed session.